Today we're talking about trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios are the ratios of corresponding sides of similar triangles. We can see a right triangle here, A, B, C. If we look at angle A, this side right here is the leg opposite to A, means it's on the other side of A. The leg adjacent to A would be this leg right next to it. And the hypotenuse is the side connecting A and B. When we're talking about trigonometric ratios, we're talking about sine, cosine, and tangent. So this would be sine, cosine, and tangent. They've been abbreviated here in red ink. The sine of angle A is equal to the opposite leg divided by the hypotenuse. The cosine of angle A is equal to the adjacent leg over the hypotenuse, and the tangent is equal to the opposite leg divided by the adjacent leg. Use a triangle to find sine of angle A, the cosine of angle A, and the tangent of angle B. Let's change this to find the tangent of angle A also. So the formula for sine is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So we need to find the sine of angle A. What is the side opposite of angle A? 5. What is the hypotenuse in the triangle? 13. And we can change 5 over 13 to 0.3846. If we need to find the cosine, is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. The side adjacent to angle A would be 12, and the hypotenuse 13. And we can leave this as a fraction or change it to a decimal, which equals 0.9231. The tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Now the opposite again is 5, and the adjacent side is 12. We can leave this as a fraction or change it to a decimal, which is 0.41 repeating 6. If we need to find the value of x, this is a right triangle, so we can use the trigonometric measures sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Cosine is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So if we look at the angle that's given to us with a degree, right here, in this case 55 degrees, right? In relation to the angle, the 55-degree angle, what is given to us? We're given the hypotenuse, that's for sure, right? And we're given the adjacent. So that means we can find what of 55 degrees? The cosine of 55 degrees. That means the cosine of 55 degrees is equal to the adjacent, which is what we're looking for, over the hypotenuse, 16. Let's find the cosine of 55 degrees using the calculator. 0.5736 is the cosine of 55 degrees, and we set that equal to x over 16. We can solve for x like solving a regular equation. That means we have to multiply times 16 on both sides. (9.1772) is equal to x. And we can round this to 9.2 is equal to x. If we need to find the value of x, what degree is given to us? 35 degrees, right here. So in relation to 35 degrees, what is given to us? The opposite and the hypotenuse. The opposite and the hypotenuse. Remember that the hypotenuse is the side that is opposite from the 90-degree angle. If we're given opposite and hypotenuse, we can solve this problem using the sine of 35 degrees. So the sine of 35 degrees will be equal to the opposite, which is side x, that's what we're looking for, over the hypotenuse, which is 12. We can use a calculator to find the sine of 35, and you get 0.5736 is equal to x over 12. So I found 0.5736 using the calculator. Now we can multiply times 12 on both sides to solve for x. And I get that x is equal to 6.8829. And we can round this to the 10th and say that x is equal to 6.9. We have to find the value of x in this triangle. We've given this angle as 42 degrees. In relation to the 42-degree angle, we were given the opposite side, which is 5, and we were given the adjacent side. So if we were given opposite and adjacent, we can figure out this x by using tangent. So let's fix this mistake in the formula. Opposite over adjacent. Thank you for catching that. So we can use the tangent to 42 degrees, which we can find in the calculator, and set it equal to the opposite, which is 5, over the adjacent, which is x. So the tangent to 42 degrees is 0.9004 is equal to 5 over x. Now we have x in our denominator. That means we have to multiply times x on both sides. So now we have 0.9004x is equal to 5. Now we have to divide by 0.9. Divide by 0.9004. Divide by 0.9004. And we get that x is approximately 5.5531. Now we can round it to get 5.6.